We are the learners and makers.
And
now we have our first 10-year-old. We're beginning to see the signs of young adulthood starting to peek out. Capability, humor, and lots of ideas.
Connor's taking on more responsibilities. He is learning and taking initiative on just so many things. Like the kid just started learning Welsh one day in Duolingo. Why? Flag's got a dragon on it.
That seems reason enough for me.
I quite agree.
So, one of the things that I feel like that's really changed this year, I mean, it's been changing for a while, but it feels firmly changed now, is just how much Connor remembers from the adventures that we have.
Oh my gosh, yes. Like, we will talk about how we took him to Japan when he was a toddler, but he doesn't remember that. We tell him stories about that. And he's like, okay, that's cool. But now we can have much bigger discussions with him where he will share his perspective of something we've been doing. That's much more new and recent.
To be able to converse about something we did together and share the experience together is really exciting.
Yeah.
Because it's not this kind of top-down thing, but something that we enjoy as a family.
That coming from not just the two of us, but from the kids, it makes everything we do all the more meaningful and so fun.
The St. Clairs are camping in an action volcano.
Wait, while the fish swims up.
Hi, Tim. Yes.
Wait, while the fish swims up.
Who are you? What is your age and where do you come from?
My name is Connor Everett St. Clair. I come from Eugene, Oregon, and my age is 9 years old.
What do you think that large up on that hill is? A monster, a rock, a tree, a goat, or a sheep?
Well, since it's moving, I'd say monster.
Scary. I like it.
What do you think it would do?
What do you think it would do?
I think that it will return to its meteorite home in space and conspire evil plans against different planets. It's really floaty.
Hey, so you can blow off the rest.
Talking, you can hear the echoes.
Yeah!
Can you blow off the rest of it, Connor?
Is obsidian disorganized atoms or organized atoms?
Completely disorganized, as the sign says here. Glass, disorganized atoms. Glass and obsidian.
Is obsidian glass?
Yes, because it has disorganized atoms.
What's pumice?
Solid glass with no bubbles. Pumice is frothy glass with small bubbles, nearly white pumice, and it still has disorganized atoms.
Cool.
Wizarrobe!
Wizarobes, whatever.
Wizarrobe. Hey, that's fold over.
They fold over.
Yeah, it's like this.
It's not a proper pointy hat, though.
It still has a point, but the point is in a different place than the top because it's curled. got a good view.
Woohoo!
For Connor's birthday, we surprised him with the first sleepover he's had in a long time. And it was just so sweet. Long time. Life, for him, a lifelong friend. And yeah.
But it was Connor and Aster and two dear friends. Now the way our house is arranged, we have this back room that we use as a family room. We turned that into the sleepover zone. Now, we had talked with the kids about how, kind of go to bed, knowing full well
They
we'd be
wouldn't
chatting
go to
for ages.
sleep. Going to bed is different than going to sleep, right?
So, as the night got on, I think it was somewhere around 11:30, and Jody and I were kind of hanging out, and I went back to go check on them. We have this large window in the family room, and I come back there, it's all dark, and I find all four of them sitting by the window looking up. It'd been this really rainy day, rainy night.
Rainy.
And I was like, what are you kids looking at? And they said, oh, the clouds parted just enough to where we could see Orion.
That's so sweet.
We'll just pause so you can melt. Because I'm still melting again. Oh.
But even more so, I can't really tell a story because I was like, I'm asleep and I'm going to let Anthony deal with it. But we heard this crazy sound.
Oh.
We should say this sleepover was actually started the day before his birthday. So that at midnight it was his birthday.
So I had talked to them about how long they were going to be awake. And they asked for a clock back there. So I put a clock back there. And they said, if it's okay with you, we want to chat until it's midnight. And then we'll go to sleep. And I was like, okay, as long as it's chatting, quiet voices, calm bodies. And it's all cool. Everything's chill. Jody had fallen asleep. I was just sitting in bed, reading an ebook. And I mean the stroke of midnight, this like, just craziness comes up from the back room. So I jump out of bed, put on my robe, go back there. But in the back of my mind, I was like, okay, do not assume anything. Like, stay cool, take a breath, see what's going on. So I get back there, and I see 3 kids dogpiled on my son. And I'm like, before I even get to say anything, I hear them all going, "Happy birthday, Connor!" And that was the midnight yell. I think, though, that brings it back to what we were saying. This is something that, it's going to stick in my fatherly heart for the rest of my life. But I know for Connor, that's one of those things that becomes part of who you are. That's something he will always be able to reflect back on with some of the people he cares about most, that they were there, they had this amazing moment.
Mm-hmm. So good.
Oh yeah. Parent win.
Okay.
Ready?
Yes.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Connor. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, God.